Hey everyone, it's Jessica with SteepleMate, and I'll be giving you the grand tour of the system today. If you happen to join us as a new church in our system, you'll more than likely hear from me at some point, either as your account manager or for just some support, or perhaps I'll see you at some convention at one point. But I'm really excited to show you how to simplify your church's operations, everything from websites, guest management, to attendance tracking and financials. We'll be able to dive right into as many things as we possibly can, but you'll want to keep in mind, just like your phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, SteepleMate is packed with features. And so you may only use a few of these features regularly, and the rest are just there for when you need them. Let's start with the church website. Now, this is often the first touch point for visitors and members. And with SteepleMate, you can just quickly grab a template that fits your church's personality. You'll be able to upload images and then toggle sections on or off. So if you don't want to show the plan your visit section, you don't have to. You can just toggle that section right off. On our websites, I like to say we have dynamic content. And so, for example, if you have any public events that are on the church calendar, those will automatically show up on the church website in the upcoming events section automatically for you. There's also a little section here for announcements where you can schedule them to start or end on a specific date, and you can also choose where you want them to appear, whether you want them to show up on the website, on the mobile app, or on the web kiosk. Now, we do also have the digital guest connect card. I'll circle back to this in a moment, but this is just a place for visitors to be able to fill out a form that kind of integrates seamlessly into your system, and it creates profiles on those people automatically as well. And I'll just circle back to that here in a bit. You can also create custom sections on the church website, and this is through the church library integration. So this would be anything from sermon archives, live streams, Bible studies. You can link PDFs and videos, or links to Facebook, that sort of thing. Any resource you can customize the section title and make it public on the church website, or you can even lock down the that particular section or media to a specific user access level or group of people. Now, one really fun thing about SteepleMate is that the entire system is integrated with Google Translate. So if someone's browser is set to another language, in this case, I'll show you German here, then the entire site and even the internal parts of the dashboard of the system will automatically adjust for that German speaker. So let's move on to the Digital Guest Connect card. Now, guests are essential for church growth, so we've designed an easy process for tracking and follow-up. Every church on the Pro plan gets a dedicated 1-800 number, and guests can text the word hello, or they can scan a QR code just to get access to this card. And as the guest provides their details, including who invited them to the church or what groups they might be interested in, let's say Kevin Jones and his wife Patricia, they fill out this form. And then the leaders of the men's Bible study group and the guest care team, they can automatically receive tasks and text notifications that there's a new guest in the system. All right, so I'll head to the dashboard and show you the task that was generated for the group leaders of that men's Bible study group, as well as for the folks who are in the guest care team group as well. And as a super user, I can see all of the tasks that are assigned to everyone in the church, but as access levels vary, so do the visibility on tasks as well. Now, these tasks can be reassigned, updated, and tracked just to ensure follow-up. And once we mark this task as completed, the next steps are just automatically recorded for you. All right, so let's take a look at how our new guest in the system now has a new profile, which is automatically created for him and his family when he submitted that guest connect card. And you can view the entire family at a glance, switch between profiles for family members, or add children right from this screen here. You can also track a number of different details on the individuals or the families, as well as upload key documents like PDFs or photos, JPEGs, that sort of thing. You can also assign tags to organize and then be able to pull reports based off of those tags. But in the event there is a field like shirt sizes, or you want to track allergies or just anything, you can also add custom fields and attribute them to the person profiles as well. All right, switching gears to attendance tracking. Now, can be tracked pretty easily, and there's multiple different methods to do it. You can either take attendance from the SteepleMate mobile app, it is a native feature there, or the browser, and it functions similarly in both methods. But basically, you can take attendance by group view, where you've bucketed the people that you want to take attendance on into various groups. And in this case, it's the adults attendance group. And as I scroll down, you'll be able to see the children attendance group and so on. But by selecting that someone is there, by selecting and then saving their name, they pop off the list and that marks them as being present. When you take attendance with SteepleMate, there are some pretty great reports here. You do have the ability to forecast attendance or identify trends with this attendance summary report. And you can also generate a separate report, which would allow you to see out of the last 5 services who missed 4 out of 5, and so on. Let's do a quick overview of the child check-in system. So for children's ministries, this provides a secure check-in and ensures safety. And as a parent, I can actually check in my own child using my own mobile device, or I can walk up to a centralized location within the church to check in my child. The church has the ability to print out labels with QR codes. The QR codes are great for secure pickup. And when the parent is ready to pick up their child, the caretaker of that classroom, they have the ability to just scan the QR code from their own mobile device and check the child out, ensure that the chain of custody is correct so that the children's locations are logged for both the parent and for the church admins. Let's dig into mass communications next. So with SteepleMate, you have the ability to send mass emails, mass text messages, and even messages through the mobile app, which is completely free through the mobile app messaging. In this scenario, I'm going to build out a message for my ladies Bible study group. I can add emojis to the message as well as pictures. And I might choose to send this message through the mobile app and instead whenever possible. And that's just the system picking up who is actively using the mobile app versus who's not. And it will send it to that person's preferred method of communication. I can also choose multiple groups at one time or just send this message to everyone in the church or an individual. But here in the next screen, we'll get an idea of how much this message is going to cost before we send it, and who all is going to receive this message and how they would receive it. Next up is the church calendar. Now, you can make your church calendar public for the entire world to see. And even if it is public, you can still add things to it that are only visible to yourself or you and another person, or even just groups of people. When you're adding something to the calendar, you can choose to request RSVPs from the group of people that you're inviting to the event. And you also have the ability to reserve resources for each of these events, have owners of the resources who can really manage and take ownership of various things like rooms in the church or spaces for meetings, equipment, media, vehicles, and receive notifications when something has been requested to be reserved or when an event has been put on the calendar. So in SteepleMate, church members and even guests have the ability to use sign-up forms, which we call supply requests. These forms can be attributed to a specific church service or even an event in the church. And in this case, we have VBS coming up. We would like to collect Bibles and snacks for the kids. And as folks come in to volunteer to bring in those items, they can choose how many they would like to volunteer for, and then the admins can also track whether or not they've actually received the item. These supply request forms are perfect for meal trains or just simply tracking donations or supplies, and then being able to also just assign and monitor volunteer commitments as well. All right, so we're going to switch over to online giving and financials, which is a huge piece. So we do have some other videos if you want to get it into a deeper dive on this. But online giving, you can initiate a donation through the web browser here. From the SteepleMate mobile app, we also have QR codes ready to be generated for each of the churches, even based off of specific funds. And then you can also give by text message as well. Now, as the donors are giving, if they have created an account or a profile for themselves during one of their donations, then they can easily repeat a recent transaction and then continue building up off of that transaction. The deposits from SteepleMate are also dynamic, so you can allocate donations to different various bank accounts depending on how you want to set it up. So if you want your building fund to be deposited to checking account versus the tithe to be deposited to a savings account, you can make that happen. We do also have low fees. ACH transactions have a flat 50%, or I'm sorry, a 50-cent fee, and the cover transaction fees is its own giving category. So that is also going to show up on the donors contribution statement, and then minus 50 cents, the church is actually going to be credited that amount. And it's just its own little category. Now, donors can also make pledges to campaigns. They can pull their own payment history, manage their recurring payment methods, and then they can also print out their own contribution statements. The church has the ability to customize this little message preamble here, but you'll notice even the IRS message is there at the bottom of the report. Well, thank you so much for watching this SteepleMate demo. We've covered a lot, and then there's still so much more to explore. As you dig into some of our other videos, if you are ready to get started, just visit our website, click the sign up button, and or you can even reach out to us directly and schedule a one-on-one for help with getting signed up and your system configured, all the works. We are here to serve you, and we can't wait to meet you. Thank you so much, and God bless you guys. Bye bye.